Welcome to the first episode of Boys on the Bench podcast. I'm Zach, and I'm here with my co-host Medine.
Hello.
And today, in this episode, it's Saturday night, and we are gonna preview Week 13 of the NFL season. And while you watch us play Rocket League,
Yes, sir.
a little bit about ourselves. I am a Saints fan, as you will probably see throughout this video with my gamer tag. And Medine,
I am a Browns fan. Baker Mayfield is my favorite QB.
and so we just thought we should share that, and these predictions and all that will be unbiased. I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully.
Let's get into it. We'll be reviewing scores, playoff pictures, everything in Week 13. So we start with the Patriots and Rams game. Rams won that really good defensive game. Cam Newton gets benched fourth quarter. Near the end, they get blown out.
Rams played pretty good.
Yeah,
They played a lot of good defense. The Patriots just couldn't get any scoring opportunities.
yeah. So that game is that. Moving on to the Titans and
Titans.
Jags game.
This is obviously going to be an easy one for the Titans, hopefully.
What are the
It shouldn't be
records?
a struggle. Go ahead.
What's the Titans record?
Titans' record is 8-4.
Okay, 8-4 versus a 1-11
11.
team.
I mean,
So,
it's clearly favorites to Titans with their offense.
Yeah, I think if the Jags can play how they did in Minnesota last week, it could be easy. Or if the Titans play like they did against Cleveland last week, it's a
Yeah, it could
closer
be hard.
game. But I think Titans will pick up the slack that they left off last week and get the win.
Yeah, Titans played really bad defense last week against the Browns.
Do you have a score prediction for this game?
I say the Titans are in the 40s, and the Jags stay below 20.
Okay. Yeah,
Around
I
there.
think mine would be around 38 to 14, 17.
Fair prediction.
Next we got the Vikings and Buccaneers game.
I have the Vikings winning.
You do?
I see Dalvin Cook going off.
Uh, Vikings need to win this to stay in the playoff hopes, because right now they're just barely squeezing in as the last seed. Buccaneers, I think they've lost 3 out of their last 4 games, coming off of a bye last week. Still
I don't
trying to
think Tom
have hope
Brady's
in our
gonna.
division.
I don't think Tom Brady's gonna have a good week.
No. The only positive I could see out of this game is that it's at home for the Buccaneers. But I do
Yes.
still see them getting the win only because they're coming off of a bye week after losing 3 out of the last 4.
I see Tom Brady actually throwing 2 or more picks this game. The
So,
Vikings have a pretty decent defense with Harrison Smith as their safety. I
yeah.
could see a Vikings win there.
I think it's going to be close, coming down to at least the last 1 or 2 drives left in the fourth.
I mean, the Vikings also have Justin Jefferson, which will probably score a touchdown.
Yeah, I think he's 5th in the whole league in receiving, and he's only a rookie.
Yeah, I see him as a top 10 wide receiver right now when
Uh,
healthy.
so score predictions.
Vikings 21, Buccaneers 17.
So a little bit over on the lower scoring side.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say mine. I think it's going to go a little higher. I think it's going to be an offensive game with all the weapons. So I think it's going to be 24-28. It's going to come down to a touchdown, not a field goal.
I can see it.
And then,
Moving on to the Chiefs and Dolphins. I mean, this is going to be an offense game for sure.
mhm,
Patrick Mahomes versus, what is
two.
it, Tua now, or is it still Ryan Fitzpatrick?
It's Tua. They brought in Ryan Fitzpatrick only because I think he got minorly injured against Denver.
Oh, yeah, so this is going to be more of an offense game.
Yeah.
I say like I don't even know.
I
Patrick Mahomes is gonna throw like 3 touchdowns probably. I'd
I
say.
say if the Dolphins can find a way, 'cause I believe they still have Byron Jones. I think if they can find a way to lock up their deep ball,
Mhm.
they will be good. Because for the past couple weeks, Le'Veon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire have not been the best.
Yeah.
Other than that, I still do think the Chiefs will win this game,
For sure, yeah.
only
It's gonna
because
be
they are
really
the
close though.
favorites.
Yeah. Score predictions?
I think it's gonna be a little bit on the lower hand, but I think the Chiefs will win by two scores, about 24-14.
That's reasonable. I have it like 28-14.
Then we go to the Broncos and Panthers. Both teams, and the Panthers are out of playoffs, and I believe the Broncos are too. So this game doesn't really matter for either of them.
Panthers are coming off a bye too, which is a big upgrade for them. But I feel like the Broncos are gonna upset them.
Yeah,
I
especially
could
with
see.
the close game they brought against the Chiefs last week on Sunday night.
Yeah, with an actual QB now, Drew Lock. I see
Yeah,
it being 17-7.
17-7 Broncos.
Yeah,
Yeah, I is Teddy Bridgewater back or no?
I believe he is.
Okay. I think it's still gonna be low scoring only because they're not really fighting for anything.
Yeah.
I think it'll be 17-13. Again, still a touchdown game, not a field goal.
Yeah, the Broncos are 4-8. Well, the Panthers are 4-8 as well.
Yeah, the
So
Panthers started really well in the season until they went up against New Orleans.
I could see the Broncos and Panthers being a huge team next year if they get their draft picks right.
Yeah, especially with the NFC South might go crumbling down after this season.
Yeah. Next up, Texans versus Bears.
Um,
Mitchell
so there's at
Trubisky versus Deshaun Watson.
so we gotta remember Will Fuller got released because of drugs or whatever,
Yeah.
and so Deshaun, what who did they play last week?
Oh, I don't remember who they played. Let me see. They
Um,
played the
they played the
Colts.
Colts and they lost. The Colts defense is one of the best in the league this season, but um,
Yeah.
with I think with because he's been missing targets and missing weapons all season. They've been taken away from him by Bill O'Brien. Then now, even without Bill O'Brien, Will Fuller gets released for the rest of the season. Um, and the Bears, I think they still have playoff hopes. Um, they've lost six straight after starting 5-1.
Yeah, they 5-1 to what? Was it 5-6 now?
I believe so. They lost to the Lions last week.
Yeah, it started off really good, but they also had pretty easy games at the beginning.
Yeah, but they did beat Tampa. They
They
beat
did.
Tampa. Yeah, they beat Tampa on Thursday Night Football. Came back from the Falcons in week 3.
Yeah, something like that. And also at the week 1, DeAndre Swift dropped it last second.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've had easy wins at the beginning.
I don't think the Texans or Deshaun Watson will be able to make out of the weapons he's given. And I think the Bears D line with Akeem Hicks and Khalil Mack and their secondary with Eddie Jackson will be able to stop the Texans.
So you think the Bears are gonna win?
hmm
What do you think the score is gonna be?
It's gonna be one-sided. I think it'll be 20, no, 27-13.
I have the Texans winning,
Okay.
possibly around 28-14.
Is there any reason like the dramatic like the two score?
Nah, I just think Deshaun Watson's gonna have a decent game.
Alright. He did pretty well last week against the Colts, surprisingly.
Yeah, he was on the bench after the game
Okay,
because he
so
can't just take losses.
now we're up against the Cardinals and the Giants. I believe one of them has lost 4 straight and one of them has won 4 straight.
Yep.
So, any hot takes for this game?
Kyler Murray's gonna return to himself before the 4-loss games, and he's gonna throw for 3 touchdowns.
So, like, what could have been MVP run?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I saw earlier Daniel Jones was set to return for this game. So,
Could be close then.
Colt McCoy last week beat the Seahawks.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Who was second seed in the NFC. Now they are fifth, all because of losing to the Giants. The Giants still have a really good chance to win their division. Cardinals not so much.
I could see the. Go ahead.
Cardinals are hoping for a just sneaking into a wild card spot over the Buccaneers and the Vikings, as the Giants are still trying to somehow win their division.
I could see the Giants winning the division.
Yeah, I don't think, because Cowboys are out of playoffs, I believe.
Yeah, their schedule is looking a little bit tough for them.
Eagles, I think
Or
they need
just
to.
the Eagles.
Yeah, the football team and the Giants are now starting to see the light and like make way past the other two teams.
Yeah.
So, do you think the Cardinals will win?
Yeah, I have the Cardinals winning around. They're gonna score maybe like 30 points around there.
Okay. I think it's gonna be close, but I think the Cardinals will get past their losing hump and win. I think this game is going into overtime.
Overtime, all right.
I think who's their, I don't know who their kicker is, but I think they're gonna kick a game-winning field goal. The Cardinals, and it'll put them back into playoff contention, because the Giants, they need Washington to lose this week, and I believe they're on a bye this week, so
Moving on to the Cowboys and Bengals, I have the Cowboys winning it.
you do?
Mm-hmm.
What if the Cowboys have lost? I want to say 5 straight, but let me check.
Somewhere around there. I feel like they're gonna get to their sort of winning thing, being the Bengals.
Back to what I said just a minute ago. Washington plays 49ers, and we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
So
But I have the Cowboys winning in a lower scored game.
Yeah, I don't think this will be all that, because Bengals don't have Joe Burrow still, and they won't for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I see the Cowboys playing more defense than offense too.
That's really what's been giving them sort of close games, like with the Vikings and the Steelers.
Yeah. Also played from the defensive side. What do you think the score is going to be?
I think 14-10 Cowboys.
14-10? I see it being like 14-7.
It's a really low scoring game from both of our perspectives.
Yeah.
Next we have the Colts and the Raiders.
This is a good one.
Raiders last week nearly lost to the unbeaten, or the Jets, who have not won this season.
Yeah. I see the Colts winning only because the Raiders are looking poor form right now.
Yeah,
But at the beginning of the season, they were looking really good.
Yeah, the Raiders within the first 5 weeks knocked off the Saints and the Chiefs, and they were looking really good.
Yeah, they also beat the Browns somehow.
Yeah, and then that was a really low scoring game. And then Josh Jacobs got hurt. I think he's been hurt 2 or 3 times this year already.
Yeah.
I think the Colts will do more defense like they were at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who's in the playoffs and has a Colts defense in for fantasy, probably start them. I don't think Derek Carr is gonna do good. I see him throwing 2 interceptions this game.
Yeah, last week in fantasy he had like, was it .35?
Yeah, he was.
He
Or
hasn't been good in fantasy in a while.
yeah.
I saw this guy bought a lot of sports cards of him for like 100K.
Really?
Yeah, just a waste of money now. I have the Colts winning, I'd say 28-14, somewhere around there.
Wait. So you have who winning and what was the score?
I have the Colts winning around 28-14.
28-14. Yeah, I can see somewhere around that. 2 scores. Um, Jets and Seahawks. This is very interesting.
This will be game of the century.
So, Jets nearly beating the Raiders, as we just said, and the Seahawks coming off of a disappointing loss against the Giants.
Here's the thing. The Jets just fired their defensive coordinator for that shitty, what's it called? Play against a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks, I don't know what they've done.
Yeah, they started really well, and then they lost to the Rams. They've lost to the Cardinals. They've lost to the Giants, and I don't remember what other team they lost to.
This obviously isn't going to be close, though. I have the Seahawks winning, I'd say 38-7.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks will pick up where they left off on their last win, and they're going to put last week behind them, still trying to get the division win against the Rams, because now the Rams are a game ahead of them, I believe. So I think the Seahawks will win 31-14.
I don't know if I see Sam Darnold throwing 2 touchdowns or the Jets just getting 2 touchdowns at all against the Seahawks.
I mean, Sam Darnold threw his first TD pass since week 2 last week. Took him 10 weeks to throw a TD pass.
He was also injured too, so
Oh yeah, he was injured for a week or 2, wasn't he?
yeah, they had to put in Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Well, no, I think was that a coach's decision to bring him out, or was he injured?
I think he was injured, but I'm not too sure.
Next game we have that. The last 2 games were our first 3 o'clock games. We're moving into those now. Now we have
Yeah.
the Packers and Lions. The first time these 2 teams played, it was close in the first half, then all Green Bay in the second half.
Yeah, I remember watching that game.
Yeah.
Do you have any hot takes for this one? Because I might have one.
Devontae Adams gets 2 touchdowns, just a usual routine for him at this point. Rodgers throws 350, 3 touchdowns, 2 to Adams, 1 to Valdez-Scantling, and then maybe Aaron Jones or Jamal Williams will get a run TD. So I say 4 TDs in the game.
I see the Lions running back, DeAndre Swift, the rookie. He gets over 100 rushing yards against the Packers and 1 rushing TD.
That's all rushing, not even like just purpose yards?
Yeah.
Okay. So, score predictions. Do we...
I say 31-14.
Yeah, the Packers are still trying to creep up against the Saints for that number 1 spot in the NFC. Because you got to remember now, this season with the 7 team per conference format, only 1 team gets a bye.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I could see Packers getting 31, maybe 34, but Lions, I think they can get 21. They can, the first half, they'll keep it close.
Yeah, and the Packers win, that moves them up to a 10-3, and if the Lions lose, that
If
goes down to
Lions
5 and
lose,
8.
if Lions lose, that'll bring them out of playoff contention, I believe.
Moving on, we got the Falcons and the Chargers. I have this one being a close game.
Yeah, Justin Herbert has still failed to like find a routine because remember at his first 4 weeks he had disappointing losses in all of them.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty good. I can still see him getting Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, him, him or like who, like what you said, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he's pretty good too.
Um, Falcons, they almost had it against New Orleans last week. That
hmm
the whole the first 3 quarters were really sloppy on their behalf, and then the fourth quarter something happened. I don't know if it was the Taysom Hill fumble, but they were showing their like Super Bowl 51 selves in the first half.
Yeah, I remember watching a little bit of that game.
Um,
Mhm.
but I do think the Chargers will finally get a win after being blown out last week and shut out.
I see the Falcons winning this one. I see Matt Ryan doing good this game, throwing like 2 touchdowns.
Julio's out this game.
Where is he?
hmm
I still see the Falcons winning.
I think the Chargers win 24-21.
I see the Falcons winning 21-14.
Okay. Next we got Washington at San Francisco.
Any hot takes?
Um, Alex Smith does what he did last week. That's really all I have. I think Washington can win this, only because the
Same.
injuries San Francisco's faced this season.
I have Chase Young getting 2 sacks, and I see this more as a defensive game with Chase Young and the 49ers defense being really good.
So Washington needs to win and the Giants to lose to get a 1-game lead heading into Week 14.
I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Washington winning 21-14.
21-14. I say 17-10.
Oh.
49ers haven't really put up a high-scoring game in a while. I don't recall.
Yeah.
Next we got my Saints and the Eagles.
Eagles. Jalen Hurts is starting.
Yeah. And then Taysom Hill still playing.
Of course.
I didn't hear anything about Breeze possibly returning this week, like if it was official or not.
Next week, right?
Yep, next week against the Chiefs.
We'll be talking about that one then.
Yep.
Sure.
But do you have any hot takes?
Jalen Hurts, 1 touchdown only.
1 touchdown only.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think the first half, they will be leading by 7-10.
Okay.
At any point in the game, they'll be leading by 7 or 10. But Taysom Hill, he'll start throwing to Michael Thomas because he said last week any good throws to Michael Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense with Trey Hendrickson, Demario Davis, and Cameron Jordan will start clicking because the Saints are known for a second half team. And I think we'll just barely get the win, surprisingly.
What's your score prediction?
I don't even know. I think it's gonna be too close. I don't know what the offense will have in store, but
I have the Saints beating the Eagles 21-10.
okay.
And then we
Now we
got
move to Sunday Night Football.
the 7 o'clock games.
We have Pittsburgh and Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
This is a must need win for both teams.
This is to clinch the division for the Steelers.
the Steelers need to win and the Browns to lose.
Yeah.
This is to clinch a playoff spot for the Steelers.
Oh, is it? I have the Bills winning. I'm not trying to be biased or anything,
I,
but after watching that game against Washington for the Steelers, I feel like the Bills are gonna barely win.
yeah, I personally think that I don't know if Pittsburgh plays the same as last week, it's all Bills from first quarter to the final whistle. If for some reason Pittsburgh's offense, because their defense was doing pretty well, if their offense and their
Hmm.
passing game, if Eric Ebron can actually catch a ball this week,
Hopefully.
and Juju can actually catch a ball and not worry about TikTok, they are fine.
Yeah.
Because I believe that their secondary, they can handle Josh Allen.
Yeah, I have their defense is probably gonna clamp up against the Bills.
Especially their run game.
Yeah, their run game is
But
pretty nice.
I could see this game going either way. But with
Mhm.
but with predictions, I'm doing the Bills only because of home field advantage.
Yeah. Do you have like a score?
Pittsburgh games usually come down to the wire, so 18-21 Bills.
Oh, so like a kind of worse scoring game?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking more in like the 30s for the
For both
Bills.
teams?
For the Bills, and then the Steelers are gonna be like 28.
Yeah.
And then finally, Monday
Yep.
Night Football, 7:15. The Browns versus the Ravens.
Must needed win a must needed win for both teams again.
Do you have any hot takes?
I think the Ravens play about the same, if not just a little bit lower than what they did last week against Dallas. Only because they're still proving that they can be what they were last year, but it's kind of too late, so now they're just proving that they can make the playoffs.
I have Nick Chubb scoring 2 rushing TDs.
Uh, I I think I think Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are gonna go combine 200 all-purpose yards this game.
I could see it. After what they did against the Titans last week, they did
Mhm.
pretty good.
Um,
Who do you think's gonna win?
I think Browns will get this one and try staying alive in the AFC North for the lead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be biased. I have the Browns winning as well. Just don't see the Ravens beating us the second time.
Mm-mm.
After their last couple of weeks, they looked pretty shaky.
Yeah. I give you all a little room. I want to give you a 6-point lead, but I don't know any good scores. That would be a 6-point lead, but probably
I'm gonna
30 to
say
24.
21-18. I have us
21-18?
going 20. Yeah.
All right. Now let's move to who could clinch a playoff spot this week,
All right.
or who could just clinch a division. So, you want to do division title or clinch a playoff berth first?
Division title. Let's do that.
Okay. So, this off of Sunday Night Football, it says Green Bay can clinch their division with a win versus the Lions, and Vikings losing to the Buccaneers.
Possibly could happen. I have the Vikings winning, of course, but could obviously be a Bucks win as well.
Yeah. Again, that game's kind of 50-50, but the Lions and Packers game is Green Bay.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Kansas City.
yeah, they can win their title with a win or a Vegas loss.
That's gonna
Vegas,
happen.
who's Vegas? Vegas is going up against the Colts, one of the best
Yeah.
defenses in the league this year, and the Chiefs are going up against the Dolphins, again, one of the other best second half of the season defenses we've seen.
I see the Chiefs getting that division title as well.
Yeah. Um, the Saints, we can get it with a win or a Tampa Bay loss. So we can either beat the Eagles this week, clinch our division for the 4th straight year, I believe, or we could
Uh,
lose and just rely on the Vikings getting the
To
job
win
done and
against the
beating the
Bucks.
Buccaneers. As a Saints
Yep.
fan, of
And,
course, I would rather us have the win and the loss for the Buccaneers.
yeah. And then last
Um,
we have the Steelers with the win and a Browns loss against the Ravens, which could possibly happen if they clutch up against the Bills and the Ravens do good against the Browns.
yeah, I actually think that this will go opposite. They would lose and the Browns would win.
I could see it.
Um, and now let's go. Those were the four teams that could clinch a playoff, no, a divisional title this week. Now let's go
Yeah.
to teams that can just clinch a playoff spot. Packers can do it with a win and an Arizona loss or Seattle win.
Yeah.
I don't understand
I
how
just
that works out, but I think it's just if Arizona loses, they're out of the playoff picture, so it just opens up a spot.
Yeah, the Seahawks are for sure hopefully gonna win against the Jets.
Yeah. So all Green Bay needs to do is win.
And
Um,
then the Bills have to rely on three teams and themselves. They have to win against the Steelers. Dolphins, Raiders, and Ravens have to lose.
Imagine if two of those
I
teams went up against each other.
That'd be insane. It could
And
happen. I mean,
yeah, because like we said, Bills could win both, and all the teams that they need to lose, we bet against them. Like we thought Miami was going to lose, we think Raiders are going to lose, we think Baltimore's going to
Steelers.
lose.
Yeah, and we thought the Bills are gonna win, so it could possibly happen.
Yeah.
We'll see on Sunday night, and then we also on Monday night actually, because of the Ravens. And then lastly, the Steelers with the win, or Raiders, or Miami, or Tennessee lose.
So they just need to win, or they need one of three teams to lose.
Yeah, I don't see the Tennessee Titans losing, so
Yeah.
they're gonna have to rely on the Raiders or Dolphins.
Yeah.
You want to do power rankings of our own?
Yeah. We made our own power rankings. They're sort of the same as the actual power rankings, but
It is what it is.
you want
You
to go
want to go
first
first?
or
You can go.
okay? Mine were as of right now, the Chiefs number one, Saints number two, Steelers number three, Packers number four, and then at my number five spot I have the Rams.
All right. No, for me, I have the Chiefs number one because of their offense. Number two, I have the Steelers because of their defense. Three, Saints. Four is Packers, and five is Rams.
So we have sort of the same one. You want to talk about
Yeah.
what teams could jump power rankings this week?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay, let me find the power rankings. Um,
I could see. I can see the Bills going up with the win. The Browns going up.
so the power rankings right now. Um, Here I'll send them to you.
All right.
These are the power rankings as of right now from NBC.
Oh, okay.
Um, I so with the Buffalo Bills win, they're at number four. So Buffalo Bills right now are number four in the NBC power rankings. If they
Hmm.
beat Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh could well possibly drop to around five or six just from that loss, because that'd be two in a row.
Yeah.
Bills could drop, Bills could go up to either three or two depending on if Saints or Chiefs lose.
Hmm.
Dolphins, if they lose, I think they only drop 2, 3 spots.
If the Browns win, they could get up to one or two to like seventh or sixth place.
Yeah. Uh,
Cardinals win would put them around 14th to 13th spot.
yeah. Do you think there's going to be any teams within 17 to 32 making a decent jump or drop?
Washington. They're going to go
Washington
up if
against
they beat
49ers?
the 49ers.
Yeah, I think that because Giants could drop, Raiders, Falcons, Patriots are going to drop because of the Rams.
Yeah.
So I can see them dropping from 20th to maybe 17th.
Hmm.
Um,
there's a lot of teams with potential next year,
Yeah,
like the Chargers, the Texans, Broncos could be a very nice team. They just had a lot of injuries and COVID.
yeah. A lot of teams have gotten screwed over by COVID this year. Like the Steelers almost had 2 buys.
Yeah,
The Steelers
the
had to play
Patriots.
three. The Steelers had to play 3 games in 12 days.
That's insane.
Which I know. I think the Chiefs had to do something like that this year. But I don't know. Just when teams have to do that, you have to expect a loss out of one of those 3 games.
Everyone's talking about the Patriots being bad because of Tom Brady, but what they don't realize is that like half their team opt out because of COVID,
Yeah, they have the
and
most
Bill Belichick is
opt-outs.
doing good. Yeah, and Bill Belichick's still doing good with his
Yeah.
options.
I I personally think Bill Belichick was the leader of all that.
Yeah, it wasn't Tom Brady who like
Tom Brady
set the
was
record
the
for that.
final piece Bill Belichick needed.
Hmm.
Cause cause what was it? The Patriots have what 37, 36 career like franchise playoff wins, and Brady has won 30.
Yeah, something around that.
I Brady has more playoff wins than I believe 27 franchises.
Dang, that's insane. I also see the Cowboys being good next year
Yeah,
if they have Dak Prescott back.
Dak Dak was on pace to break Peyton Manning's record and throw beyond that. He was supposed to get 6,000 plus.
That would have been insane.
You want to go over awards real quick? We have a couple minutes.
Yeah, we can go over awards. Who do you think's gonna win MVP?
Uh, as of right now, Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes.
Yeah, I have Aaron Rodgers too, winning
If
it.
if Drew Brees did not get injured, Alvin Kamara could have been up there, only because he was on
Hmm.
pace to get he was on pace to have the record for the most all-purpose yards in a season, passing Marshall Falk.
Um, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, same. I have Justin Jefferson winning it.
Yeah, he showed out ever since the Tennessee game. He's shown out.
Yeah, he has what is it, 1,000 yards as a rookie in one season. Last time that happened was what, Randy Moss?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he's already breaking records and he's a rookie. So I can
De-
see the wide receiver winning it this year.
Defensive Player of the Year. This for me has 4 people maybe.
Same. I have
It,
3.
it could be Aaron Donald. He has 12 sacks already. T.J. Watt,
Yeah.
Myles Garrett, and then fourth, I'm not seeing him being like in a talk, but Trey Hendrickson, only because his first, I believe, 4 years in the league, he had 3.5 sacks in his whole career. This season alone, I believe he has 9.5.
Yeah, that's insane. I have TJ Watt getting it. He has like the most QB pressures, sacks, hits.
Yeah.
Very solid for the Steelers defense. I can see him getting it.
So either him or Aaron Donald.
Yeah, for sure. Top 2. What
Comeback
about
Player of the Year.
Alex Smith?
Alex Smith. Okay. I think
And
everyone watching can agree on that.
yeah, Alex Smith. What
Um,
about defensive rookie of the year?
Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen. All right.
Patrick
Why do you
Queen
think?
or Jeremy Chin from the
What about
Panthers.
Chase Young?
I I think Chase Young started too late. He got injured. He had a minor injury near the beginning of the season,
Hmm.
and he hasn't been like super reliable. I mean, he got a sack on Joe Burrow the game that he got injured,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I think it's Patrick Queen or Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, I could see it being one of those two. Probably Patrick Queen.
Uh, Coach of the Year.
Not gonna be biased. It's either gonna be Kevin Stefanski, the Browns coach, or the Dolphins coach.
I think Stefanski only because he changed, like he turned the organization around. He finally brought good management to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The
We
Dolphins
revamped
coach,
the coaching.
only because he has also done the same with them.
Yeah,
He's put a lot of faith in Tua, and then the Pittsburgh coach.
yeah. What's his name? Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, he hasn't had a losing season yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes.
You want to do too early? Well, not really too early, but early Super Bowl predictions?
Sure. I see the Chiefs versus the Packers, and the Packers upsetting the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Okay. I I think I think that mine has four people who could make it. Either Saints Packers, that's going to be NFC Championship. It's going to be a rematch of Week 2. The Saints defense hopefully keeps up what they've been doing. Um, all around just good football from both sides. Packers, Saints, and then Chiefs and Steelers. Steelers need to pick up everything. They need to take it into another gear and be able to beat the best team in the AFC is the Chiefs.
One underrated team that could possibly make it to the Super Bowl is the Rams and their
Yes.
amazing defense.
They
They're very underrated.
yes. But other than that, I believe the Chiefs will repeat.
I could see it. Who do you think's going to be who do you think's the most underrated QB right now?
Uh, I I could possibly go Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff or I think Baker Mayfield has proved that he is worth the Browns' first round or first overall pick.
Yeah, I could see it. I see Ryan Tannehill. He could be an MVP runner-upper next year.
Yeah. People thought he was going to be this year too.
Yeah, he's been pretty good this year. Next
hmm
year, hopefully, he does a little bit better, proves himself.
Yeah. I think within the next couple years we could see another running back or maybe the first wide receiver MVP.
Yeah, like who could possibly make it?
I
Maybe
think
like Tyreek Hill. Dalvin Cook
Dalvin
for
Cook,
sure.
if Christian McCaffrey gets healthy, Derrick Henry,
hmm
and if Alvin Kamara gets more elusive like he has been, keeps doing those workouts, possibly him.
Yeah,
If Justin Jefferson takes his sophomore junior year in the NFL like he has been this year, possibly him.
yeah, I could see it too.
But
Or
you'd
like
also have to
Tyreek
think
Hill.
with him possibly winning it, you'd have to think about the quarterback who's throwing it to him.
hmm Is there anything else to talk about?
No, we have a minute and a half.
All right, should we end it off?
Yeah. If you guys uh like this, just comment questions you want to ask us or stuff we should discuss. Probably future stuff in the NFL that could change, past stuff that we like, or just a different game you guys could be watching right now. Just comment.
Yeah. Next episode, we should for next year, in one of the next podcasts, we should predict the schedules and the ranks.
Yeah. Next week this will be uploaded. Well, actually, it's gonna be uploaded before the Sunday, but we're gonna try doing every Tuesday
Yeah.
so we can get the premiere or the previews of the whole week, including the Thursday night football that we missed this week.
Yep.
Um, Other than that, we hope you guys enjoyed. Um, and yeah,
Thank you for watching.
yep. Peace.